The topic is it better to be healthy for your physical health or because you want to look good? I've personally struggled with the balance between these two thought processes. I think there's merit. I think there's value in both perspectives. Of course, it's very important for your body to be physically healthy, because if you're physically healthy, you can do a lot of things. You're able to exercise, you're able to move, you're able to take care of yourself. If you're physically healthy, then usually, not always, but usually, you have a little bit better life. However, there's a limit, because if you become so obsessed with being healthy, then you can go too far. You can become too obsessed with your health. And when this happens, your mental health declines. And it's actually unhealthy. One story about this topic is the topic of my personal weight loss journey. 5 or 6 years ago, when I was in college, actually, I think it's more like 7 years ago. Many years ago, when I was in college, I was part of a team that trained for cross country. Cross country is a sport where you run 3 miles, 5 kilometers. There was a summer where I was running a lot. I was running 40 miles a week. I don't know how many kilometers that is, but it's a lot. I became so obsessed with exercise and diet that it became unhealthy mentally. I wanted to perform well, but I also wanted to look nice. It was an unhealthy obsession. I remember one night, Jed, my husband, brought me a package of M&Ms. M&Ms are a type of candy. And I started to cry because I was trying so hard to have a healthy diet that my relationship with food was damaged. And even just the thought of eating one package of M&Ms was enough for me to start crying. Obviously, this is not sustainable. This is no way to live. At the time this story happened, I weighed the least I have ever weighed in my life. My weight was very low. I was healthy, but I was running so much and eating so little that my weight was very low. I was still healthy. It was okay. Physically, I was fine. But mentally, I was very, very unwell. Slowly, over time, I worked to improve my relationship with food and with exercise. The journey is continuous. The journey is still happening now. It's interesting because now I weigh the most I have ever weighed in my entire life. But my mental health about the topic of weight is very good. It's very good. I know that it's my responsibility to take care of my physical health, but also my mental health. So now I focus on both things. I think the motivation to lose weight, to look better in photos, is good for me because right now I don't like how I look. But I can still love and appreciate my body, even though I don't like how I look. I know that my body is important, and I appreciate everything my body has done for me. I have a lot better mental health. Now it's time to work on my physical health. But this time, I'm going to focus more on exercise instead of being so restrictive about my diet, about the foods that I eat. I also am going to take it one step at a time. I am not going to obsess about running 40, 50, 60 miles a week. I'm going to run a little bit every day, and step by step, I know my physical health will improve. It's interesting because learning Spanish actually has helped me tremendously. It has helped me to understand the concept that doing a little bit every single day helps, and over time can make a big difference in changing your life. So, is it better to be healthy to look good, or is it better to be healthy for the sake of being healthy? I think both, but there has to be a good balance between the two.